Hi! This is our film pitch for an idea of a film that we've come up with.
So firstly, our genre is a horror film and it's going to be set during the night time. This is because it features a possessed doll and that links better to the night time. And it's going to be based on a true story.
Because of the possessed doll, we were inspired by the film Annabelle, as the context of it looked interesting and successful, and the sales rapidly increased throughout the first week of it being released.
Our target audience is teenage girls from the age of 15 to 18. Why did I just do that weird hand? And this is because it involves things like possession and swearing. And it's going to have female actors, which links again to the target audience, and the doll is a feminine toy, as a boy wouldn't really play with the doll.
The music we're going to be using will be lullabies, which little girls listen to when they're babies. And the little girl has tea parties with the doll and brushes the doll's hair and does makeup with it and stuff.
Our budget for the film is going to be 6.5 million, which is a similar budget to the similar films of and our distribution companies are going to be Lionsgate and Hammer Films. We chose Lionsgate because it has similar films such as Cabin in the Woods and The Last Exorcism, and Hammer Films produce things like, distributed things like The Woman in Black.
The narrative of film, so it starts off with the little girl and... Oh no, it doesn't, does it?
It starts off at a boot fair
with just the mum, and she spots the doll in this like man's boot
sale.
And yeah, she thinks it looks interesting, wants to buy it,
and he's trying to sell it for free and get rid of it, and then she takes it off his hands.
Yeah, and she takes it.
Yeah. Okay then. She takes it. She takes it home.
Yeah, she takes it home and gives it to her daughter, and she's obviously really happy to have it because, like we said, it attracts little girls. And
then at first it's quite normal and everything's just normal.
Like she's having tea parties and brushing its hair.
And she gets along with the doll and she loves it, and then during the night sinister things start to happen, and her mum especially realises things are going like not well.
And he starts getting really overprotective and worried, and
things start to go wrong. So one night the girl wakes up and she realises that like the doll is evil, and so she chucks it away, and then a few nights later it comes back, and that's basically how it ends.
Yeah, and the main events we're going to show is just all of that, really. So our unique selling point
is a young girl that is brave, which breaks the stereotype. You would think a girl would be quite girly-ish and afraid of things, and
it's from the director of Annabelle, which will attract the audience to see it because it will show that, it's created a good film before, so it's probably going to be good as well. And it's based on true story, so it will scare the audience more as if it could happen to them.
Our characters are the man who's selling it, the mum, by it I mean doll, the mum and the child who has the doll, and then our doll, which is doll. This.
It doesn't look very scary at the moment, but
it will do.
Yeah, just wait. But his hand's actually fallen off.
Okay, so our title of our film was actually Lola Rose, and now we've decided to change it to The Uninvited.
This is because, well, the possession of the doll was uninvited in the house, obviously. It's not very welcome. And yeah, we thought it'd sound a bit more scary.
And a lot of other films, like for instance Annabelle, has used a name, like a person's name for the title.
So we wanted to be a bit more indie.
A bit different. Our locations and settings are going to be mainly in towns, such as the house that we're going to be filming it in is in the main town. And this allows us to use loads of streets around it and stuff.
Yeah, and yeah. And obviously at the boot fair when she buys the doll, and various alleyways as they're walking to school and the doll's following her and stuff as the sinister things start happening. So the central conflict for our characters to overcome is obviously this thing. And the possession of it.
Our pacing and editing is going to be quite normal at first when things are just normal, and and then it starts to speed up as things get more intense and you realise that things are starting to happen that are not very good.
We've decided not to use a voiceover because we thought it might be a bit cringy.
A bit cringe.
And yeah, and we just think we can make it scary with the sound effects instead.
Our music and sound effects will be like lullabies, but we're going to make that scary, and I think having music that you wouldn't actually associate with being scary and then having the image on the screen scary kind of works well.
And
sorry.
The sound effects will be things such as like heartbeats and creaking of doors, and just to really like emphasise the sound, really, to make it a bit more scary and bring up the tension.
Our tagline for the film is going to be "Who's watching you?" and we decided to have this because she's always watching her and she kind of follows her like when she's going to school, and it makes you think who is actually watching you when you don't know.
It links with the audience. It makes them feel like
and
connected.
when the girl's walking to school, she doesn't know that she's being watched, so it makes you think who is actually watching you when you don't, because you don't know. Yeah.
We're going to use special effects such as the lights flickering and stop motion of the doll coming closer towards the little girl, like while she's sleeping.
And then we're going to speed it up when we edit it.
Yeah.
And our trailer is going to finish to make the audience want to go see it and know, like, not know what's happening next, so you want to go see it. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, our ending is going to be the girl waking up, and this is just after the doll has come back and she hasn't realised, and she's going to come forwards and scream in the camera, near the camera, I don't know. And then the doll is going to be like behind her, and that's going to be like the cliffhanger.
Yeah. So that's our film pitch.
Bye.
Thank you.